There's a few things I want to talk about. First of all, this is the first Tool song I've listened to where Adam Jones came out and was really at the forefront in this middle of the song. I guess you could call it a solo. And maybe just a musical statement. Sorry, I hope I'm not hitting the microphone here. The guitar sounded amazing. Again, this amazing sheen of sound that Adam puts out there. It's kind of like or looking at sand dunes. That's what his guitar sounds like to me. It's sort of this dry texture, mass with lots of lines through it, and I was getting an image of being in a museum, because I was thinking about how Tool are kind of like a modern art version of art. You know, I love modern art. I'm gonna take a few snapshots of my personal collection. My wife and I love impressionist modern art, and you know, a lot of these modern artists, you think, oh, anyone can do that, you know, paint a big splash of blue. But you look at their early art before they got into modern art, and they were smoking artists. Like, they could paint anything, figures, landscapes, and they were really top-notch artists. So that throws the argument out right away that, oh, they're just doing something that anyone can do. You know, it's, to me, Adam is a bit like that. He's a bit like a modern version of a guitarist. I guess you could say a modern kind of impressionist. He doesn't try to show off. He obviously possesses all the technical skill he needs, because playing that song, I mean, there was tempo changes, there was a lot of complex stuff in that song, and to play it from start to finish, it's like 15 minutes long. That takes accomplished skill. He's a lot more about texture, and he's a lot more about, I don't know, color, you could say, adding color to a song. There were things that he did, I don't know what he did. It sounded like really weird textural stuff, like it sounded like almost like a snake kind of rolling around, kind of weird. That's an image that comes to mind. So I was smiling ear to ear for a lot of that. The fact that Tempest is, instead of a T, it's a 7. I don't know if it means anything, but 7 is, in some religions, some theology, 7 is a symbol of completeness, the number 7. And which is a kind of strange pairing up with the idea of Tempest. The idea of Tempest is very relevant right now as I record this. It's March 2020, and there's a, you know, what's going on. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to really be talking about that in this channel. This is not about that, but it really seems kind of relevant, the sort of a tempest that's happening right now in the world, which is actually going to be good in a way, because it's like stirring up the muddy riverbed, you know, clearing out the river. The mud's going to get stirred up, and the river's going to be running a lot cleaner. We know your nature, so I guess Tempest is like a house cleaning, because we all tend, as humans, to get a little lazy, maybe, to get complacent. You know, when things are all great and everything's good, you start relaxing, you know. What's more ideal is that we're growing, and that's what I love about Tool. To me, they seem a lot to be about growing and not sitting on your laurels. The drumming was amazing, sounded amazing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and become one of the progressive Wolfe pack. We are doing progressive rock lessons here. I've been teaching a lot of the classic stuff, but eventually I'm going to start teaching the new stuff as I get familiar with it. So stick around for some more reaction videos, and spiraling out, it's Dean. Talk to you later.